Okay, and Elena's just joined us.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Elena, nice to see you.
A good
Nice
looking
to see you.
group.
No, am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay,
Yes,
I think
sir.
we'll get started in the interest of time. Hello, everybody. All right, John, I got the number right. I'm pretty sure I got it right this time. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 201 of our Your Next Level Mastermind. And our topic for today is how do you make work-life balance a reality? Okay, something I am not very good at, to be quite frank. Whilst we're waiting for my esteemed colleagues to share their wisdom, expertise, and experience, may I just say to those people who are watching this recording, please do yourself a huge favour. I want you to reach out to each and every one of these people. Underneath this video, which you will see on YouTube, you will see their contact details. And by the way, for those who are here, could you make your contact details as brief as you possibly can? Because I'm having trouble trying to squeeze it into the space within the YouTube description box. So do not try to, give me 3 paragraphs of information. If you can possibly do that, I would really appreciate it. But back to those people who are watching the recording. These people here have given up their time and their expertise and experience to actually help you. They come from all different parts of the world. They come from all different niches that you can possibly think about. They have contacts and information and doors of opportunity and even work available for you if you so desire. All you need to do is a very simple thing, and that is to make contact with them and talk with them. So please, underneath this video, look at the links there and reach out and contact with each and every one of these people. They are incredible in their own right, and I am proud to say that I would be prepared to recommend each and every one of them to you. And that's my reputation at stake, and I'm prepared to risk it every time because these people are good at what they do, but more important than that, they have a sense of integrity and a sense of ownership, and the ownership means that they want you to win. If you work with them, they will want you to win. That's the whole point of it. All right. So without any further ado, so you who are watching this recording can get an idea of what these people are all about. I'm going to ask each and every one of them to introduce themselves for a couple of moments before we get to the topic of the day. And we'll start with you, Pat Dreyer, followed by Kristine Best.
Well, thank you, Peter. And as you beat yourself up earlier, I have to tell you, you're probably one of the more consistent people I know. To be on week 201 or episode 201, that's pretty consistent, Peter. And to have the following that you have is amazing. So my applause to you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Dreyer, and I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, in the United States, near the Gulf of America. And very simply, I show people how to make money. And I've always marketed network marketing as a business opportunity and showing people how to build a business as a consumer versus selling product. Well, now we have a product that's changing my views on marketing for now. So this is big. It's growing all over the world, and it's especially good in some of our poorest countries right now. It's a product that allows you to trade investments where you don't have to be an expert on it, and you don't have to have a big old bankroll. So we enable the newest beginners to leverage other people's trades with other people's money using a tap to trade option on your phone. So if you want to learn more about how to use this trading product that we have, just connect with me. My details are in the messages, or you can go to patdryer.com. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you very much, Pat. Very much indeed. Kristine Best, followed by Willems.
Thanks very much, Peter. It's great to be here. Nice to see you all. I'm Kristine Best, and I am a wellness strategist, but I also am a songwriter. My songs support a lot of the concepts in my presentations and seminars with uplifting messages and messages that reinforce a lot of the wellness things that I have in my courses. because music's very powerful. But my big concern is about chronic disease. And I'm talking about cancer, diabetes, heart disease, gastrointestinal problems, musculoskeletal problems, particularly back pain, because these diseases lead to loss of quality of life. Then they lead to disability or confinement to a bed, and then premature death. And the sad thing about this is these diseases are all preventable for the most part. So, yeah, what I want to do is educate people that these symptoms for these are the warning signs. And that's like, you know, aches and pains, headaches, and things like that that people tend to ignore. And I help people to establish, well, to actually identify the things that cause these problems, and then to help them establish healthy habits and behaviours that are going to, you know, take them where they want to be in the future. So I'm running a 6-month seminar at the moment. It's geared for, not for America so much, but it's geared for people in the, like say, Pakistan all the way across Europe and into England. It's that time zone that I've established my course for this time. So if you know of any people who might, you know, be interested in preventing these problems, let me know. Refer them to me. I'd love to help them and prevent them going down the path of unwellness, because it's too hard to come back from that. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, Kristine, very much indeed. Thank you. Chris Willems, followed by Vangelis.
Hi folks, Dr. Chris Willems, ArtsMedia Consultants. I help business owners, CEOs, entrepreneurs and other professionals who loathe presenting get to love it. I specialised in non-verbal and on-camera communication for the last 25 years or so, and drawing on my experience as in television, but also as a professional mime artist for 25 years. So that's how I converted the specialised movement skills into non-verbal communication in the corporate sector for the last 25 years. And I really like what I do. I love what I do. And it's always fascinating to work out why people move and carry themselves the way they do. So that's the manifestation of how they're feeling at the time of their emotional state. So no, I love what I do. So and it's good to meet you all.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much indeed. Vangelis, followed by Glenda, and it's so nice to see you back. Vangelis first.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vangelis, and I'm calling here from Costa Rica. I work with executives and CEOs and entrepreneurs, and I guess we would all agree that to start a business, it takes a lot of focus, a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of money, and especially at the beginning to get things started. And I guess we can also think that it probably takes some sacrifice along the way. And as you get the business going and keep things working, you could also think that it might be possible someday that after all these years of working and putting all your time and effort into this, that you may have to also, after all the sacrifices, your time in the business, and then your time for you, your time for fun, your time for family. And one day you wake up and you wonder, do I really even want to do this anymore? Do I even really know what I am anymore? And so people call me because they get to that point and they say, I don't even know who I am. I want to get my life back. And so I help entrepreneurs and executives reclaim their life so they can sleep at night, be peaceful. And it doesn't mean they have to quit doing what they're doing, but at least enjoy what they're doing and put that time and effort back into themselves again. So that's what I do.
Thank you very much, Vangelis. Very much indeed. Glenda, so nice to see you back. So lovely to see you back. I know you've been through the wars and some challenges. Good to hear you. Followed by, Altaf.
Thank you so much, Peter. It's always beautiful to be back amongst family here. And to all the new people, I can't wait to connect with everybody. So I want to ask you a question. Do you look in the mirror and think that you're not where you wanted to be? Have you ever had the desire to have more? Something maybe knocked you down so you're not quite where you thought you would be. Maybe it was that job, the marriage, or the realization that life has built that you were thinking of building didn't give you that fulfillment that you craved. Now with the kids grown and that you've gone, you're asking yourself, what am I going to do next? If that resonates with you, it's time to stop waiting and start rebuilding the life that you truly want. But here's the truth. Change requires more than just wanting it. It takes real determination. And if you're ready to embrace this new chapter with a grit and passion, I'm the one to speak to. Hi, my name is Glenda Kroll, and I help people to reinvent themselves, build their confidence, and learn how to recreate a lasting wealth through real estate investing. But it starts with commitment to making that change. Are you ready to do the work and reclaim your future? I can tell you personally that you can do it because I've done it. And if I can do it, so can you. So book a call with me. No sales pitch is going to be happening. Just book a time. 45 minutes I'll give you. And if nothing is else, I will give you some way of moving forward and helping you to start a path that's worth your time. Doesn't matter how old you are. You know what? Whether you're 40, 50, or 60, you're still young enough to create the life that you desire. Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you, Glenda. I love the grit and passion. I love that, grit and passion. Altaf, followed by Elena.
Thank you, Peter. Nice seeing all members. As you know, I'm IT professional and business owner from Mumbai. I provide app development services, and my aim is to reduce the sales expenditure of the business and expand their business and grow profit through the digital solutions. My app development service is very, I'm to say it's a less than half the price of what developers are charging in North America, Australia. Second, I take full guarantee of my work. I never failed in my any project till now. And yes, and I would like to help the members here by providing them return of investment. If you have done any investment for any software applications previously, and you want to check how much returns you have benefited from that app. So I have prepared format on that. So I can help you by identifying yourself. You don't need to share any data to me. I'll just share that template to you and you can check yourself. So that's all about me. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Altaf. Elena, followed by George.
Hi, everyone. I am Elena Apalkova. I'm founder and CEO of Mindset to Results, company which I created to inspire driven business owners and entrepreneurs to connect with their true self and create permanent results that they desire. So I created the 6D method from desire to destiny, the 6-step formula for driven business owners and entrepreneurs to achieve their audacious goals, where I take them through these 6 steps where they can connect to their real desire and discover who they really are. And what will make fulfilled, what they make them feel fulfilled and connect with their true self and their genius, what is their strength, what is strong activities which they can develop. And then we go to design process. Design, it is how they create their new self-image, because self-image is what controls behavior. So there is a big gap between what we get and what we want. So we go through these 6D steps like design, then we go to decision. We learn how why we make decisions which we make and why we get the results which we get. So we learn how we have to make decision from not where we are now, from that desire where we want to be. Then there is a next step, which is deliver. We learn how to close knowing doing gap. Why we do what we do and why we know a lot, but why we don't do what we already know. And how to start acting to create results which will be giving us results we want, and how to get our conscious, subconscious mind aligned with the goals which we have, and this is discover. So this is very important to know how all our mind and body works together and how to make it work that it will be all aligned with our purpose in life, our big goals. And this formula helps people to transform from within when they become that energetic equivalent of the big goal which they have. This is shortly about me. And also, I am a founder of Circle of Fame. This is the platform where we invite world-class experts to come together, like this community also. And Peter already was our guest, to come together and participate in panel discussions. And we promote experts for 3 months. There are 6 panel discussions, so all come together. We brainstorm different topics, and then we promote each other on social media when we comment, we share every day. And yes, and also I have a podcast which is called Mindset to Results, where I interview the world-class experts who share their experience and knowledge with people who are looking for answers. Thank you.
Thanks, Elena. For those who are here with us today, and for those who are watching the recording, please look at the link that I hope you put in the chat, Elena, regarding the Circle of Fame. It is an incredibly creative way of networking. I've never seen it done this way before, and I congratulate you, Elena. It's a very, very smart way of going about it. So I'm recommending that each and every one of you check out the Circle of Fame from Elena, and I think you might find it a very interesting option. All right, George Vagel, followed by John D. Allen.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, where you are in the world. My name is George Noggle, and I assist business owners with their personal and development. In addition, I also work with Altaf Capital, assist companies raising for capital for the business expansions. That's it. Keep it
Thank you,
short and
George.
simple.
Good.
Yep.
Thank you very much indeed. Well done. Okay. John D. Allen, followed by Alan Edwards.
Peter, just before I go, why don't we let Ingrid and Anita talk first? They're new to the group. Let them share what's going on so we can all hear from them.
What a lovely man you are, John Allen. And that is extremely good advice. I'll take it on board. Anita, your call.
Anita Biggins. Am I muted? No,
Nope.
can you hear me?
You,
Hello, my name. Oh, they can't see my face. The background of this. Oh, well, wait till you can see my face.
go easy. Go easy. Take it easy. I can hear you.
Biggins, and I'm a social media manager, and I help keep social media profiles updated and engaging, as well as do target audience research and Facebook ads for people.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Thank you, Anita. Make sure you put your contact details in the chat, okay? Thank you for that. Good. Like a talking mountain. Wow. Ingeborg, Ingeborg, over to you. Welcome to your first time with us as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm Ingeborg Mooiweer. I'm based in the Netherlands, and I work as a business and personal relationship alchemist. That's work in the relationship realm at its broadest. So that be what I said, personal and business. It has to deal with the emotional wounds and limiting beliefs, and that's a very sort of, well, heavy word. It shows up different in people. It could be things like codependency, attachment wounds, abandonment wounds, relationship addiction, or narcissism. But usually people don't know that, and they don't come with that kind of stuff to me. They're basically stuck. They're stuck in their life. They try a lot of things. They read the books. They've seen the podcast. They talk to people, a lot of psychologists, and then they come up to me. And in business, that could show up as they want a promotion, but they pass by. They have trouble with their colleagues. They're stuck as well. And what I said, obviously they don't know they have codependency or attachment wounds, but that's the deep work I do. So it's a combination of therapy and coaching, and I get to the core issue very easily, very quick. And I work with people usually in a 6 months program to get them where they want to be, to get them the results. So that's what I do.
Thank you very much indeed, Ingeborg, and once again, welcome to your first session with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
John D. Allen, followed by Alan Edwards.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, no matter where in this big wide world you are. I'm John D. Allen, Allen Small Business Coaching. What I do is I teach financial planners, insurance agents, coaches, entrepreneurs, how that they can book 10, 15, 25 qualified appointments per week in their book. I do this through teaching them how to end the chasing game once and for all, how to ask by asking better questions, and the other part is how to create trust. Trust is your new currency. Without trust, they're never going to do business with you. The know and like part, you can't develop that in an hour, a half hour, whatever your call is. That takes time, but you can create trust. They don't have to know you or like you to trust you, but they do have to trust you to do business. What this does, this guarantees so that you can have the business that you want. You can have the time and money freedom to enjoy the life that you've always envisioned of having in your life. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you very much, John. Very much. I like the idea of freedom. Alan Edwards. Always good to see you, my man.
I'm going to keep it very brief because I'm in a noisy environment here. So I hope you can hear me okay. But essentially, I'm a property investor and developer from Hampshire in the UK. And I help property owners who've got problems with, for example, commercial buildings that are either unused or underused. And I convert them into high quality residential buildings. So thereby we help solve the property owners' problems. We provide much needed housing because there's a massive housing crisis in the UK. And we also, as part of our repurposing, we do these sort of flats for what's called specialized supported housing, which is housing vulnerable people. So people with disabilities or any sort of social problems may be housed in these flats on a long-term basis. Basically, there's nothing much not to like about our business. It would be nice if it were a little bit easier through the planning regulations being eased, but the government are aware of this and they're working on it. So that's me. I've left my details in the chat box. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Alan. Thank you very much indeed. Before we get to the topic, the apologies we got for today. Yvonne Jones, not very well. So if you got any time, just send her a quick message and hope she feels better soon. David Ning, he's in China and he was trying to get here, but he wasn't sure about the time frames. Mark Engstar's in New Zealand. I told him to go to sleep. because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yogesh is also in China. Half our mob are in China at the moment. And Brian McNeil, he's been a very good supporter of ours for a long time, and he's as sick as a dog. He's been that way for a few days, and he apologises to you all. He'll be here next week. Okay, our topic for today: how do you make work-life balance a reality? Okay, how do you do that? This is something I struggled with for a long, long time. So I'm looking forward to getting educated by some experts here today. George, your first cab off the rank. Your arms up. Where you go?
I have to leave just before the end, so that's why I put my hand up first. What I find personally that works the best, and I haven't done it in a while, and I'm so glad you brought this topic up, Peter, because it's a reminder, as I was thinking about it, how every business owner has way more work in a day than they can actually get done. Yes, we can hire employees to help, but it still means that the work has to get done. And it doesn't matter. There's always more work than the person done. So what I like to do is pick the top 3 things that I need to do during the day. And out of those, try to get everyone done, if not just the most important one. The one that's really going to move my business to the next level, or my life, whatever. It could be either. And before I go to sleep, I feel proud because I got that one thing done. And if we can tell ourselves that we did a good job because we did that very important task or whatever it is, it helps bring work-life balance because we actually feel good that we did enough during the day.
Good, George. Good. Well done. Well done. I don't want to be facetious or actually downplay this topic because it is a very important topic. But I have got a really simple solution. And it's an 11-year-old solution. Okay? And it works every single day. And it's my granddaughter. Right? My granddaughter simply comes in and clears the whiteboard out where she wants to talk to grandpa. So my work-life balance is automatically adjusted every single time she comes into the room. So, now, without any further ado, they go. I don't want to be flippant because it is an important topic, but that's also the truth. She does it. Who would like to speak next? Altaf. Work-life balance.
Yes.
You have 90 seconds.
Yes. Work-life balance is the important thing which I'm successful in guiding many junior level IT professional as a mid-experienced IT professional. Because in IT work, it is not possible to manage work and life balance. And based on my experience, I found few ways where we can manage that. So the common thing which everyone can follow is to schedule to next day's work at least a day before. What are things are planned on day for work? I don't add any new work in that, or I don't I try to complete all the activities which are mentioned in my calendar. This is related to work and related to our life activities. I have fixed schedules for few necessary things if they don't seem to be important, but they are important to keep you working for a longer period of time, keep you active. These things are my prayer times, my food time, my sleep time, and my exercise time, which I normally do normal exercise walking. So by following these things, keeping things on schedule, following your fixed schedule every day, we can keep a work-life balance, and it is possible, very well possible for everyone. So this is my feedback about it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Altaf. Very much indeed.
Thank you.
Elena, I'm busting to hear from you about work-life balance. You have less than 2 minutes to share a whole lot of expertise, my darling. Over to you.
First of all, I don't believe that work-life balance exists, because balance, we mean that all should be equivalent. We always prioritize things that are the most important for us at the moment. So I would say about work-life harmony more than balance. So for me, it is important that I move every day. That's why I schedule my day, that every day, or I go dancing. That is my passion. I dance every week 5-6 hours, or I go gym, or I go bike. So it is a must to be included in my daily routine. Another thing is important to plan. Yes, so I write every evening 6 important things what I want to do next day, and it helps me to prioritize the time and block time for these activities which are important. For me also, one of these 6 things which every day is important is spirituality. I read Bible every day, I put time for that, and once a week I study Bible more deep. Another thing is my personal development and growth. Every day I read book, or I listen audio, or I do something from mentor, like I have always mentors. And another thing is about business. Again, business is when we plan, we can achieve a lot for business. And of course, it is time for loved ones. My daughter books time on my calendar with me. We came to this solution that this, if I have it on my calendar, I know that I will spend time with her, and I can give her the best quality time. And yes, and we speak, of course, in the evening, spend some time every day, and we go for a walk. When we walk, we use this time also to communicate. So our walks always are very like discussions about different things, and my daughter uses this time to spend with me. Yes, so we can have that life harmony. Yes, I am single, so I don't have spouse, and so that part of my life is not in harmony with other things. Yes, but the rest what I mentioned, I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy where I am, and of course I'm looking even for the more.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you very much indeed. I like the idea of harmony. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Well done. Well done indeed. Okay. By the way, one of the issues I had in terms of work-life harmony, if you want to put it that way, was the fact that I used to think I was really busy. But when I looked at it, what in the hell was I busy doing? And finally, about 12 years ago, one of my mentors said to me, Peter, you need to focus on a thing called IPAs, right? I had no idea what the heck he's talking about, right? IPAs, income producing activities. Once that hit me between the eyes, then I realized I was busy doing a lot of things that were rubbish. And therefore my time with my family was being robbed because I didn't outsource the information I should have been doing. I was trying to do everything myself. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot I was. I'm a slow learner. Okay, anyway, thank you, Elena. Thank you very much indeed for that. Vangelis, what about you, my man? Work-life balance, work-life harmony, whichever way you want to approach it. What do you feel?
Many years ago, I heard this gentleman, he says, do not confuse being busy with accomplishment. And he said, balancing, let's say you only have 100 of whatever to do energy. Let's say you have 100 energy units, and you've got 8 areas of life. And you're going to divide all those 100 with those 8 areas of life. You can't do more than whatever that number is. But if you say, look, for example, let's say that everything I want to do requires money. So I might become obsessed with money for a while, make my money. Okay, now I got the money to do all the other things in my life. And so you start, I've heard people say prioritize, that's great. And I agree with that. So it's the prioritizing of what you think would be good to do, because even a computer doesn't multitask. You think it does, but it doesn't. Everything is serially done. And then they came up with these other processing units where they say, oh, now we can do parallel processing, but it's still doing one thing at a time. So we're thinking we're multitasking, We're really not. And then again, if you take that idea of 100 units of energy, if you don't give 100 units to one thing, then whatever that amount you're given, and then you're pulled back and forth, and it takes time if you're interrupted to get to something else. So I had to actually make some changes in my life so that I would not be interrupted. So that and being obsessed with something until I accomplish a particular piece I want to accomplish, that has helped me tremendously.
Well said. Thank you, Vangelis. Very much indeed. Please make sure you all put your best contact details in the chat. Don't forget that. Pat Dreyer, what about you, my man?
Peter, I'm very fortunate in the fact that I retired 6 years ago. I've been married for 44 years, so the relationship part is still really good. So I'm feeling lucky there. As far as what I do, as far as work and business, I try to spend as much time with my family and friends, my grandkids, and even my wife and I when we travel. So there's been a lot of good in the last 6 years that we've done, and we've been able to maintain a business at the same time. So the wonderful part about it is when you have an online business, you can take it anywhere you want to go. And so we've been very lucky in doing that, and been very successful in what we've been doing. So we just keep things going as best we can, and manage them on a day-to-day basis as we do.
Thank you, Pat.
So
well done.
again, very fortunate in what we've accomplished.
Good. Thank you. Glenda, work and life.
Well, I also don't believe there's such thing as work-life balance. And I think through life, there's always the tipping stone. So I always, in my life, family is always first, no matter what in my life. And I've just lived it in the last while. As you know, I haven't seen me for a while because one of my family members was terribly ill, and life flipped over to family 100%. But saying that doesn't mean that your foot is off the trigger. So, part of it is setting yourself up so that your work can still run if you're using if you're systematically set up some of your business, so life can still manage on that end. But I believe that the balance, which is most important, and sometimes it falls a little bit, is caring for oneself. Even though where I left the last while of sitting beside a family member in the hospital for the last few weeks, my balance was off. But creating the area where I actually would ask for help, because hello there, everybody, we tend to forget we need to ask for things that we want in our lives. So asking for some help, and for me, it was even being able to someone to come in and step in so I could go home and have a night's sleep, because one of the most important things for our body is sleep and food. So having a night's sleep would allow me to go back and do what I need to do. So part of my journey in life has always been about empowering ourselves and others, and being myself of being an advocate for others, which family members who are not able to advocate for themselves, is really important about keeping our own self strong and healthy so we can do for others. So the balance is, most importantly, self-care, making sure that you delegate and automate some of your things in your business so you can keep it running. That way, also making sure that there's still funds coming in even when you're out. And most importantly, of setting boundaries so you can protect your energies. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Glenda. And by the way, are you still looking for people for your podcast?
I'm always looking for interesting people that I can talk to. Today we've got Vangelis, and I'm excited because wow is this man is ready. He's really burning up the carpets out there, and I want to really dig into him. But yes, if you've got interesting stories, I want to hear from you. I want to talk with you. It's an hour podcast. It's called Let's Get Real, because I want to really get real with people. It's no bullshit. I really talk about where it's coming from. So yeah, if you're interested in being in a podcast where it's just great talk with the two of us, let me know. There's a link in my bio. Just hit me out. Let's talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenda. Let's get real. I love that. And Elena also has got a podcast, so there's plenty of podcast opportunities for you all there. And remember, podcasting is a way to get visibility in one to many very quickly and very easily. So thank you very much indeed. Okay. Chris Willems.
Apologies, my computer just died and woke up again. So it's, technology does it every time. For me, I love the notion of work-life harmony that Elena came up with before. For me, it's establishing routines and rhythms, so there's predictability about each day, each week, each month, or whatever. Often it's not possible to have those routines and rhythms reliably in place, because things always intervene and interrupt, like techno failures. And striking that balance, or that harmony, is actually really tricky, I find. And with a background in the arts for a long time, artists tend not to have a separate work and life. It's all mixed in together. And so, not many artists I know have hobbies, because their work is their life. And so that's a bit of a strange one, that. But yeah, establishing routines and rhythms, that's for me the most reliable way of trying to get some harmony. And thank you, Elena, for that expression.
Well done. Thank you, Chris, very much indeed. Alan Edwards. Work and life, harmony and balance, whatever one you want to call it.
Work-life balance thing difficult to get right, because dealing with people in different parts of the world, you've always got to be a bit flexible about times that you take and make calls. And so I'm getting better at it. I'm getting more time off on a Sunday now, but basically the rest of the week seems to be just taken up with working of one sort. And I normally have to be quite flexible because of different phone calls happening and then being postponed and then rescheduled and so on. So it's tricky, but anyway, I sort of manage it somehow and getting better at it, trying to take a full day off on a Sunday.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done indeed. And thank you also for your support, even on Sundays. I appreciate you. Well done. Elena, you got your hand up.
Yes, I wanted to share a little bit more that to have harmony in our life is important, and we can do this only when we are in harmony with ourselves. And it means that we know ourselves. Yeah, we know who we really are and what we want and what is important in life and what is our purpose, why we do things which we do. And also, when we think about harmony, we have to put ourselves first. Yes, we have to love ourselves, put things that makes us feel good, makes us to feel excited. So we get that energy, the right energy. We get to the right frequency, which when we wake every morning and we are excited about what we are doing. And in this state, we get things done in an effortless way. So it is very different from thinking like I have to push things and I have to do this, or I'm just in the flow and I enjoy the process, and like the river that it just goes and it doesn't even think how the river comes to the ocean, yet it never questions. So this is very important, to know your values, know what is non-negotiable, love yourself, doing something that makes you feel excited, and focus more on being in that state, because your state creates circumstances, not circumstances create your state. This is what I wanted to share.
Well said. Well said, Elena. Well said indeed. Ingeborg.
Yeah, what I think it's more, well, adding on to what Elena said, you should know your own boundaries, and that you feel you come from a place what is good for you rather than the expectation of other people. Because I think a lot of time people do things because they think or might feel that it's being expected from them, rather than from coming from their own place that they want to do it. So in my work, I always say, you know, you have this little garden and it's a really nice place, or you can call it your happy place. And that's the place where you're at your best. That's what you, where you feel your best, and things which come from that place, which is good for you, rather than the expectation of other people. And in that little garden, there's a fence, and that fence is your boundary. And you're the one who closed that fence, and you're the one who will open it. So coming from that little garden, your happy place, then it's coming from the right place. So this, with these things you want to do, it's prioritizing, but I always say, like, you need to feel if it's a good one for you. And coming from that place, then it's good for you. And, you know, distinguish if it's really from you, or if you're doing it from that little voice in your head, expectation for other people, you know, and that never ends up really well if you start living your life like that. So that's my take. And if you do it that way, then the balance or the harmony, whatever you want to call it, will be there over time. You know, maybe not on a daily basis, but like weekly or monthly or whatever, then you can get some sort of, yeah, harmony. And it's always sort of fine-tuning yourself. You know, maybe you give too much and then you have to take back. So get the balance back in. And that's how I do it.
Well said. I
Wow,
love the
Peter.
idea.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. I was thinking that, you know, expectations in itself can be a whole topic. And I boil it all down to other people's opinions of me is none of my business. And if you can live your life that way, things are pretty good. Sorry, Peter.
No, you took the words out of my mouth just about.
Yeah, LA expectations is huge. My expectations of you will never be met.
I'll let that roll. Thank you for that. Ingeborg, by the way, I love your analogy also of the little garden and the fence. I mean, that and the happy place, because it brings me back to what Glenda was talking about. In other words, being happy with itself. If you can't be happy with yourself, then how in the heck can you possibly get any sort of work-life balance done? So between the both of you, you've got it pretty well covered. Well done indeed. Kristine.
Yes, I've enjoyed listening to everybody's take on this. And for me, being a wellness strategist, I actually take my own advice and take regular breaks, because in this day and age with technology, we do a lot of sitting at the computer, at the desk, and we don't go out in the sunshine. So we tend not to get enough vitamin D, and we also can suffer from poor circulation in your legs, but also from sitting. You're not actually pumping nutrients like glucose and oxygen to your brain. And so I make sure that I have regular breaks. It could be every 45 minutes or every hour. Whenever I feel like it, I get up, I go for a walk, get a glass of water, or I go for a walk out into the sunshine and intersperse my day with that kind of thing, because it's very important. Our bodies are meant to move. Movement is just as important as air and water. And, for me, a really rigid routine wouldn't work. It would drive me crazy. A little bit of, I schedule things in, but I always put spaces because I need space, because I'm creative, and when my creative, well, everybody here is creative, I guess, in their own way, and for my creativity to flow, and it starts, I've got to let it finish, because if I cut it off, it's gone. I can't get that back, so I have to have a bit of flexibility in my routine, and that keeps me happy. And there's one thing that I want to say to everybody, that taking 20 to 30 minutes every day just for you, without any commitment, without any interruptions, no phone, no nothing, just you watching the leaves fall, or what I do, I go over and watch the birds flying over the water and the trees just wafting in the breeze. No commitment, no pressure, no nothing. And when you go back to work, your productivity soars. You feel much better and your mood improves. And that's how I keep myself sane, because I've got a really busy schedule. I got music and, band practice, and I sometimes want to write a song. And then I've got my wellness business and lots of networking, and I'm doing an MBA. So I have to make sure I've got room for me.
Well said. Well said, Kristine. How much are you saying every day you put it for just for you? No interruptions? 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
20 to 30 minutes. It's really important that everybody has that. You need that space. And you know what? You're so much more productive when you go back to work. People think having breaks are not like that you're taking time off work and I'm paying you to work. But hang on a second, you're taking a break, your brain's working, it's solving a problem while you're having a little break. You go back to work and boom, there it is. You've got the answer. That's quite often how it works.
That is so true. That is so true. Just sometimes I can't work out what the damn problem is. I sleep on it and there it is, waiting for me.
Yeah, or you go and make a cup of tea, and while you're making your cup of tea, you go, oh, I know what to do. Yeah, so having that space, giving your brain time to think and, do its thing without putting pressure on it.
Well said indeed. Thank you very much, Chris. Anita, nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too. My schedule in my life, I have chronic pain because I don't have the myelin tissue on my peripheral nervous system. So I've got burning, I've got really bad signals. It's like this wire right here. I don't have a coating throughout my body on the myelin tissue. So I really have to schedule time to meet with the doctors and then try to work around that. And I heard what Peter said, the IPA, income producing activities. Focus on those activities and put those things forward and learn what's important and what's not important when I'm in front of this computer.
I mentioned that because when I first started online, which is many years ago, right? I'm talking about 17 or 18 years ago. I was fascinated by these shiny syndrome options, right? They all got to me, and I was the greatest person to market to. There's no doubt about it, because I bought every single one of them. And I used about 5% of them, to be quite frank with you. That's all. 95% was a complete waste of money. And the reason I said that is because I used to then busy myself trying to work out how to make the damn things work. And I couldn't work out why they didn't work, because I didn't realize that these people were selling me just a step one, and in order to make it work, I'd got to buy all the upsells to make it work. So therefore, I was a patsy, and I learnt the hard way. I wasted money, I wasted time, and therefore, when someone said to me, Peter, you need to put IPAs in the place, income producing activities. Stop wasting time and stop wasting money. And he shot me right between the eyes, and I never forgot it. So that's the reason I said it. Thanks, Anita. Well done. Elena, your hand is back up again. You got my undivided attention. Go.
Yes, I very resonated what Christina told, and I wanted to share a little bit that how important is to set time for ourselves, and when we do nothing, when we don't think. Yes, because our left brain is that where thoughts are, where we think analytical, where our logic is, and where all our saboteurs live, like all those judges and other things which are related. And it is important to spend time for ourselves when we off the thinking, like when we just can enjoy the sea or the tree or the leaves, or we can just focus on the color. For example, one color, I didn't decide what we want to look at, and we just look about that color, about that object. So we connect to ourselves, and this is how we create the space for our idea, new ideas to come. As Kristine said, that you will be more productive, and it will be because you free the space for new ideas. And it doesn't happen if you are always in your head, if you're thinking all the time, and this mental activity, which is not thinking, even like occupies all your mind and time, and then how things can be hard, because when people just think from logic and how they have to do it, it is different. And when you are in relaxed space and this relaxed state, and you let things come, new ideas come, and you can see how it can flip your results, because you can suddenly connect to idea and see that, oh, it is so easy, why I didn't know this before. Yeah, so I just wanted to comment a little bit that what Kristine said. It is so much important, yes, and it is good to include this in routine when we put time for ourselves. Include this, even 5 minutes, just to sit, relax, even and just watch in one dot on the wall, or put candle, and 5 minutes just look at candle and not think anything else. And it will take practice, of course, but you can get there.
Well said. Well said indeed.
Okay.
Focus. Glenda.
I was just going to say the exact same thing. No matter where I'm at in my life, no matter what's going on, if you treat yourself to, even like this is like Elena's saying, just 5 minutes of sitting in silence. And sitting can be breathing, some deep breaths. Very often I will light a candle and just watch the flame. And when you just allow yourself to just sit back and just be, no music, no nothing, just be for that time, there's something that happens within your own body. And when you do that, and you might even pose a question to yourself of what you need to know, so many thoughts come to your mind, and actually you can get a lot of resolution to questions that are plaguing you. So it's really important to just give yourself that time. And just the thing is like people hear the word meditation and they get all freaked out. Just sit for 5 minutes and give yourself that time to breathe and just let it out. And that's just a real treat for yourself. And we're all worth that 5 minutes. Thank you.
We are, Glenda. Thank you. A great reminder. Well done. Well done. Ingeborg.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one last thing, is that if you don't make like the thing the priority, the balance, your body will give you signals. And it keeps continuing giving you signals until you listen. So bladder could fall on the stairs and then your foot will break and then you need to take a break or whatever, you get the flu or something like that until you start listening. So it's like, and maybe many of you know the book for Gabor Mate, The Body Keeps the Score. And part of it is that as well. There's something there, something is bothering you, you know, listen to the signals. Otherwise, the body will give you a signal in a really big way. And then you have to listen. So that's what I want to add.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't listen to the signals of their body. They ignore them.
I know.
And the signals are going to tell you that you're going to get unwell or that you're going to have a breakdown. It's, you know, you're reaching overwhelm. And people just go, I'm okay. And next thing, they're in bed with some problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to your body.
Guilty as charged. Before I get to you, Elena, I know time's up for us. John, I wanted to give you the courtesy of saying a few words because you very kindly passed on before. So please, what are your thoughts?
My work-life balance sucks. And that's put lightly. Mine's about 90 to 10 and might even be 95 to 10. So that part really sucks. And I do believe in not paying attention to what your body's telling you, because I was one of them dumb workaholics, 10, 12, 14, 16 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week. And I thought I was doing great. And obviously I wasn't paying any attention to the signs. So the big guy decided I needed a major brain aneurysm. That knocks you on your ass real quick. And I was in the hospital for 5.5 weeks, and it changed my whole philosophy on what's important. So pay attention to those signals you're getting from your body, because when the big one comes, it does get your attention. Thanks, Peter.
I'm lost for words.
Very few things are important in life, and we make everything else more important than those.
Yeah.
Until you, as long as you have your health, there's a ton of other things that are important. When you don't have your health, that's the only thing that's important.
Yeah, when I was listening to Ingeborg and Kristine talk, I had this feeling of guilt.
You're taking it all on, Peter. Stop it.
Yeah.
I took a psychology class in college, and they said, you're going to hear a lot of stuff in here that you're going to take and internalize. Don't do it. It's not who you are.
Yeah. But the truth hurts too, Pat, and you got to take it on board and listen, right?
Yeah, you don't have to. That's a choice.
You only get one shot here, you only get one shot. Very quick, Elena, because we're over time. Over to you.
Yes, and I just love the topic about this, watching the signs and understanding signs. So I wanted even to extend it bigger, that watch the signs regarding everything, because you will always receive them. And if something happens that you consider as negative, look at it as a sign and what is positive in you and what you can improve. Because if you don't change, when you get something small, you don't change, you will get even more of that. Yeah, so it is all about intuition. Be intuitive person, develop your high mental faculties, and live at that spiritual. Put time and time for your spirituality, because when you get to that like high level of energy, and you will feel energy and see the signs and put attention to them, this is how you can make better choices in life.
Well said, Elena. On that note, first of all, Pat, thank you very much. I'm going to use your suggestion. You mentioned the word expectations. What an incredible topic we can make that. That'll be coming up very, very soon. Thank you for that. Very much
Oh, you
indeed.
bet.
Okay. So for each and every one of you, I want to say thank you for your ongoing support. Welcome to your first session with us, Ingeborg. I hope you come back and visit with us many times. Okay, thank you, and good to see you back, Glenda, and I hope your brother makes a full recovery, okay? All the family here send their love to you, and we were thinking about you all the time, and your contributions are greatly appreciated. And especially I
Save
like
the
your
chat.
bullshit way of doing things, right?
Save the chat, everybody.
Save the chat. Thank you, John, my man. And it was episode 201. I got that right. Thank God for you, Sam. All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Best wishes.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Great
Okay,
seeing
bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.